People think guests were cool and all, but in reality, they were holding back Roblox. Roblox even knew this themselves months before removing guests. I'll show what guests are, why Roblox even added them in the first place, and cover 4 factors for why guests deserve to be removed. As a guest, you could play Roblox games with no account and instead have a random number to identify you. Being a guest, you couldn't chat to anyone in-game, save progress in-games, and send messages to anyone inside of Roblox. So the whole idea of guests was to try out Roblox, which is kinda dumb since Roblox is already free and has always been free. Guests got added in 2008, and at first it was pretty well received, but then they became quite infamous for just being dumb and annoying to deal with. So why did Roblox even add them? I know you've heard of kids not knowing how to make an account so they become a guest. Heck, even I was a guest for a few months before making my account. If the option to join games as a guest was never a thing, they would have never made an account. So when they added guests, Roblox probably thought, oh, there'll be a guest, try out Roblox, and if they like it, they'll make an account. See the logical genius thinking? The flashlight on top of my phone just broke, so no more lighting for y'all, sorry. But there are so many flaws about this. So why did guests deserve to be removed? Here's the first factor, The script lied to me. Now what does this mean? Think about when you play Roblox. The only choices you have to make is going on the games tab, finding the game you like, and clicking play. It's not that difficult to do. But while you do that, Roblox has to run their code, run their servers, keep their data synced, monitor every player to make sure they're not hacking, and make sure their servers aren't on fire. See how much they have to do? To do all this for one player is fine, but the problem comes when you have to do this for millions of players. But it's not just Roblox having to do the work. Roblox wouldn't be possible without user-made content like games. People called developers make the games you play. But what does this have to do with the guests? Guests were special. Since they operated differently to regular players, they had to have special attention. Developers had to make special systems for and sometimes against them. In the end, Roblox and their developers had to spend more time and money to guests. But for now, it's still worth it because guests still make Roblox money by converting into accounts eventually. But that's not the only bad thing about guests. Second factor, discrimination. Have you ever seen someone hate a whole community just because of the actions of one person in their community? Me neither, because we're all perfect. But guests were literally the perfect target for this type of hate. All of them looked the exact same. So when one did something bad to you, it was really difficult to not associate that bad experience with all guests. It also didn't help that most guests were like drooling babies on their mom's iPad. This led to the stereotype that all guests are pretty dumb, which is kinda true. Negative stereotypes are nothing new, even in Roblox, but for such a big feature to be perceived as something dumb was kind of concerning. But I mean, Roblox still makes Roblox money, so they're not gonna care for now. But it gets worse, okay? You wanna know something else? The third factor, hacking. We all know this. Roblox guests were perfect for one thing, and that is hacking. Being a guest, you could anonymize yourself and do literally whatever you want without being banned. It didn't happen too often, but when it did, it was really annoying. Imagine you join your favorite game and you see a guest hacking. You can't get him banned because he has no account. You can't even talk to him because he doesn't have chat on. Everything sucks. Now imagine a kid joining Roblox for the first time and dealing with that. I'd be pretty pissed. I don't know. Okay, Roblox could still put up with it because the pros outweigh the cons because its guests still make Roblox money, like a lot of money, right? However, they realized something. Around 2016, nobody was taking Roblox seriously. If you were an investor, would you think this is a multi-million-dollar company? They had to do something and fast, or else they would be held back. So sadly, they had to become corporate, which basically means prioritizing money over everything else. How does that relate to guests? Well, Roblox made a pretty big discovery. This was probably the actual reason for removing guests. Main factor, guests do nothing to contribute. They couldn't buy anything. They couldn't buy game passes, hats, or anything on Roblox. And Roblox discovered that if they removed guests, there would be more accounts, which means people make accounts more if they can't be a guest. Roblox had enough. After months of deciding, they decided to remove guests and October 2017, to the dismay of a lot of people. However, if you take into account these 4 factors, I can see why. If y'all liked this video, make sure to subscribe.